There's things that can happen in this life that can really hold you up. And one of the things that can complicate and fuck your life up to no end is when you make the mistake of allowing really stupid people into your life.
Yeah.
Because really stupid people, they're not thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. They're just thinking about filling holes, whether it's emotional holes or psychological holes. And they're not really even there for you.
I wish I'd learned that.
They're everywhere. They're like poisonous plants that look like the real thing. It's like if you like, there was a certain smell that celery gave off, and if you ate it, it just breaks your dick, gives you diarrhea, gives you headaches for 6 months.
Right.
You would avoid that like the plague.
Right.
Well, but that is the case with relationships. It's the case with friendships. It's the case with relationships. And when I was young, I felt like I was fighting upriver. I felt like those motherfuckers, these weak dummies that will get in your life and make up stories, lie, or be mean to you, or shit on you, or say things about you behind your back, they're your enemy.
Who
so
taught
just
you that?
Go through it.
Because I should have learned that, and I never did.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I just figured that out. Well, it wasn't entirely right because I
should've
created a
listened to you,
lot of
'cause you used to
enemies
tell me
that
that.
didn't need to be my enemies.
Right,
there was a much more level-headed way of looking at it.
Right.
But that took, for me at least, it took some. I had to develop that understanding on my own. I had to develop the understanding of like when to do it, and when to not, when to be kind to people, and when to try to genuinely let someone know that you can't listen to this anymore. You know, like, listen, I'm sure you're a nice guy, but here, this is my take on this, and this is why I don't like discussing these things. Whereas if I was 23, I would have been like, dude, please shut the fuck up. You're killing my brain, you fucking dummy. You didn't thought this shit through.
Saw him do that a couple times.
Well, people will fucking beat you down.
Yeah.
They will beat you down with stupidity. They will climb inside your head and just say a bunch of stupid shit at you. And if you venture into that world, you're going to be hanging around with problems to solve where you get nowhere. Your life is not going to be like figuring out your life. Your life is going to be dealing with whatever emotional bullshit these morons in your life have dragged into it. And instead of like supporting each other and helping each other and evolving together, you're in this constant weird stream of conflict with the person that you're friends with. Yeah, I think he's mad at me, man. I don't know what the fuck I did, but he's got a bug up his ass lately. Like, those type of people?
Yeah.
And they start conflicts, and then, hey, Bobby thinks you're mad at him. I mean, I don't know what you want to do. Like that. What is all that? Where's that coming from? Those are you let that shit into your life, you got problems.
Yeah, and people date that too.
Exactly.
Into relationships where they're having text wars for 3 hours.
It's really simple. Don't be a cunt. Don't be a cunt.
Cunt-free zone.
Yeah, don't be a cunt, and we can all be nice to each other. But as soon as you allow cuntiness, and this motherfucker he had a whole cunt farm. He had a whole cunt produce section.
Farm.
And he had all these cunts that he was growing in his life, all over the place. The point where he'd be constantly late for things because he would always have like 15 different obligations at some asshole that he was hanging out with. Dude, I really need you there for me, brother. I really need you there for me. This is my thing, this is my first time in acting class where I'm standing up and I'm doing and you would go to these idiots' things. You would go to all those things. And then you would come to me afterwards, you're like, you got to clean your life out, son. You got to clean your life out. You hanging around with way too many crazy assholes.
So exhausting. That was the best compliment you ever gave me. You said, you never needed anything. I think that's why you hung out with me a lot, right? Because I just didn't need anything from you.
Oh, you're like one of the most least needy friends I've ever met. Nothing. You need nothing.